Well, from the perfect movie for date night to wowing them with your kitchen skills, there's nothing quite like a classic.
So, we've had classic fashion from Timby, classic cars, thanks Chad, and we've seen classic hairstyles. And you, Michael? Classic!
A classic range from Clover. Timeless taste.
Made with love by Clover.
So as the weather heats up, a semifreddo is the perfect way to end a meal or just splurge with dessert, and our Clover Classic Berry Semifreddo will become your new go-to classic summer treat for date night or in fact any night. Semifreddo. Chums, what's a full Freddo? Okay, why is this a half a Freddo, a semi-Freddo?
Loosely explained, a semifreddo is more like a, let's say, a frozen mousse because it's more light, it's more airy. Perfect end to a date. You've messed up the starters, okay, you've messed up the main, you can sort of impress with the dessert.
You can get through it quickly and then just stare romantically into each other's eyes. But this is fresh and it's a beautiful kind of, I want to call it a palate cleanser, but I like the fact that it's not too heavy. It's not fresh and invigorating, and it's going to be a perfect way to end a night. And it's also one of those that is quite impressive to make because it looks absolutely beautiful. I mean, look at those. That end result is stunning. So what are you doing there?
Skills. So all I've got in here is I've got some cream and I've worked in some of our, I've whipped the cream to some peaks, and then I've also added some icing sugar in there. Okay. In this, I'm going to add our berry flavor as well. I'm adding our blackberry cream flavored Clover Classic Berry snack into this. So in essence, we've got the berries that are in the dairy snack, and then we've got the berries that
we've got our beautiful summer fruit here. Yeah.
Yes. You've got some strawberries, raspberries, and blueberries.
Can I get muddling?
Yeah, go in.
All of them. Are they all going in?
All of it. Okay. You can leave some of them whole, not whole, but just chunks of it in there because you want to still be able to bite into the freshness of it.
Sure, you want the texture.
You did mention palate cleansing, so that berry will definitely do that.
It's going to pop, and then all of the caster sugar, hey?
All of the caster sugar. Now I'm going to scoop in. I'm going to go in with this whole, this whole tub in here because we want to make sure that we've got that berry flavor in there, and it's a beautiful way to end the dish. You've had a good day. You've had a depending on how you played your game.
Look, this will either be a continuation of a great date or a date saver. If everything has fallen apart, you can say, okay, well, this is hopefully going to bring us back on track.
I mean, you were asking me what are one of my date
yeah, you were struggling. So clearly you're like an easy date. If nothing can really rock a date. What is a deal breaker for you?
It has to be stuff like being on your phone throughout the whole date. Aren't we here to catch up and get to know each other? You know, so here you are on your phone 24/7. I'd prefer you be in the kitchen doing this and then impressing me with this dish than be on your phone, actually.
Exactly. But you know, I once had to, the car that I had, the battery was notoriously bad, and then of course it didn't work, and I had to push start the car while my date drove, you know, had to kind of jump start the thing.
I've had one.
Needless to say, we didn't have a second date, but I thought after that, if she wasn't willing to date me again after that, I thought, hey, good riddance, you know? Yeah. How's that looking there?
That looks very good. Now, what I'm going to ask you to do is we're going to go in with only half of those in here, and then I'm going to just swirl them in because you want to still be able to see those chunks in there. You want to still be able to impress. Because, you know, the strawberries and cream, this is a take on that. This is a play on that.
Well, it's a perfect complement. It's just, for me, it's the colours, how they're popping, the vibrancy of those reds.
Let's just scoop some of that.
So you go ahead.
All we've done is the reason we've muddled it with some brown sugar, with some sugar in there, is just to give it an additional sweetness because you know your berries tend to be tart, but to also give it that caramelly, like syrupy texture.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we just scoop this into our loaf tin, and then we're going to put a layer of those berries in.
It looks beautiful. The marbling of the fruit is just stunning.
So go in with some of those berries. I'll add.
Just
another. Leave about a third. Half of that, perfect. Okay. And then we go, and you see, this is another thing where you can also go in and talk to her about all the layers that you've got. Like, I'm sweet, I'm tart.
Deep,
some days I'm deep, some days.
And it's a lot sexier than saying I'm like an onion. Onions have layers.
Definitely.
Beautiful.
And then finish off with those berries on top, because what's going to happen is as it freezes, it's also going to have that syrup on its own. So it's a self-sourcing dessert on its own. Fresh, decadent.
So we know that your deal breakers don't be on your phone.
Yeah.
What's a win for you? If a guy is trying to win your heart, how does he do it? Does he do it with food? Because surely nothing must really impress you with food, or does it?
It does, but it would most probably be character, manners, kindness. Don't be rude to the waiter. Don't be rude to the cleaner. It's stuff like that that has to do with character. You know, we've outgrown certain things. Before it would be he has to have a beard, which all of the guys here seem to have done today.
Have you noticed the beard game today is pretty strong? I don't know what it is.
But it's more character now. It's the superficial stuff is over.
Yeah, no, for me, the deal breaker undoubtedly still kids. And I know I'm going to take a lot of flack for saying earlier on the show that kids ruin your life, but I mean it, man. They do. They ruin your dating life completely, man. No, they're a joy. They're a joy. We absolutely love our kids. We love date night, whether you're doing it as a new dater, whether you're doing it as an old couple, whether you're doing it even just with your friends and celebrating the fact that you're single. This is the perfect nightcap, I think. Our beautiful berry semifreddo. We've gone it for a classic here, and I think we've created a modern classic. I'm wishing you nothing but the best in your dating life, girl. You know how you're going to win this girl's heart. And of course, you can find this recipe on expressoshow.com. Wow, it looks beautiful.
Made with love by Clover.